Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Media Cartel. Yours truly, OZZIE Oz, Mr. Ripper. That's how we get down. All you need to do to get in is simply go to Media Cartel. All devices, all media streams, Media Cartel. Hit us up. That's how you get in. IG, Facebook, log on. We're gonna bring back MySpace. I'm telling you, we're gonna make it happen. But in the meantime, between time.
Blackout. Media Cartel version.
Yeah, the Media Cartel version. Wanted to start out by let me voice because I'm thinking out. I'm not thinking out loud. And what am I doing here? I'm thinking, but I'm not letting the people know what I'm thinking. So. I have a bad habit of doing that, so I apologize. We all know the tragedy and the passing of many black people by the hands of the police and by the hands of others, maybe not by the police that call themselves policing, and just racial injustice. Let's just put it right there. So, for those who are living under a rock, as my man Rip says, and don't know what the fuck going on, just turn on the TV and get from under a rock. Of course, we're probably going to talk back and forth about a bunch of that, but I saw somewhere on the internet where somebody had did the DMX, what y'all just want from and how he does the names of people, and they did the names of a lot of the police brutalities and shooting deaths of African American people of color.
That's tight.
So just kind of,
I missed that. That's tight.
Kind of just wanted to play that audio clip, and just kind of started out and say condolences to all the families. Of course, as of now, is George, is big on the front, but. The young lady that got killed in, I think it was Kansas City, when they rushed into the wrong damn apartment trying to.
Well, not really. I think some white people miss the point. They think it's all about him, and they can say, "Well, this
right."
Is about, no, it's not about him. It just that was just the like, as in white terms, that's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Right, the tip of the iceberg.
But it ain't all about him. People
right.
have different names.
And that's why I say. His is on the forefront. They fail
to understand because it doesn't affect you. You don't care. So,
and I think, and yes, I very much agree. And once again, we will re-utter. It is not just about him. It's about the multitude of things, and that's why I was saying that. But with this being on the forefront, you're hearing more of that than.
And a lot of a lot of them
I haven't heard more.
A lot of them are still just misunderstood. Even now, even yesterday, for instance, Drew Brees, quarterback for New Orleans.
Definitely was going to talk about that.
He was in upper risk white class. He still missed the whole. Even LeBron is like was like, damn. At this point, you still don't get it.
Still don't get it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I saw
He didn't say what the fuck wrong with him,
right?
But that's basically what he was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I think, in just my opinion, that one. Well, let me back up because, like I say, my mind is going like 90 miles an hour, and I'm on a urban skateboard only going 5 miles an hour to keep up with y'all people. I think that, as you say, they, and when I say they, dear white people, like I say, have nothing against you. I just have more for my people. I think that they don't get it, just like you were saying, the quarterback, because he doesn't live in or maybe know or has experienced the anguish and things that blacks or have to go through.
No. And also too, I think
you say no, you don't think that.
No, I'm saying no.
Oh, okay.
I'm answering to all your questions.
Okay, yeah, you always say yeah, no.
I'm agreeing with you. Okay. I'm saying that's the answer.
No check. Yeah. Okay.
And also I think the biggest thing with white those type of white Americans, not all white, because we can see some white people are stepping up to the plate.
Right, and I'm going to touch on that.
White Americans is, I think they also have no realization, not just that, I think the history of this country is just completely off of the way that we're being taught in school and the way you kind of ignore that you have ignored the bad parts of history.
Right.
There's this delusion that white America is like they have they have created this great country solely on them.
Right.
I think they everything, because the things they say, it makes no sense, because everything that you're trying to say that the protesters or different people are is basically how America was started.
Right.
America was revolutionary.
Yeah.
He said something about disrespecting the fact America got to be where it was because they disrespected their country's flag.
Right.
They disrespected the British flag. They did everything.
Yeah.
They are anarchists,
right.
Revolutionaries. So, and then revolters.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have the flag if America didn't revolt.
Right.
So it's like it's weird how they just tried to edit, because it's not weird how they try to just, because you're taught that in school, they edit out certain
exactly.
So they have a false delusion of that white America created such a great country without all these other people and these other infractions.
Right.
They didn't get here without the Native Americans,
mm-hmm.
and then look what you did to the Native Americans after you got to a certain point.
Right.
Then you revolted against, like you said, did the same thing that we're trying to do now. You revolted, and
mm-hmm.
then after that, the whole rest of the country was built off the backs of slaves.
Right.
You didn't do any of the work.
Didn't do it. Yeah, but took the glory.
I mean, it was a point after slavery. If you study or read a lot about Reconstruction, white America was completely lost, because for over hundreds of years, you had a lot of these white people who had no skills.
Right.
Because they didn't have to learn these skills. They didn't know how to build anything. They didn't have to do that.
Right, exactly. They didn't know anything.
No, so for now, them trying to open into a workplace was, now they were competing against other black people in the workplace where they didn't have the skills, and only black people. So actually, they had to commit some kind of stigma to hold down the black people.
Right.
Because they had lesser skills than them. They were lower educated than we were.
Yes.
And we weren't educated at all. We were talking about skills. Got that time. Then skills mattered then, because
right, exactly.
A book, learn to be smart in a book, it's not going to help you get in the wide open West or just wide open.
Exactly. You can't read the book on.
There were no Walmarts. There were no office jobs. You had to actually grow your own food, or somebody had to grow it for you. You had to survive.
You had to do labor.
You had to work to survive. Yeah.
It was labor. It wasn't, as they say, skilled labor.
Yeah. So skilled labor was way more important than education at the time. Unless the education was of a skilled labor. Right.
That you wanted to be a teacher or a professor or something. Mm-hmm. But in most cases, the average American,
that wasn't
right, and that's what I was saying. The average American was a skilled laborer.
Yeah, skilled laborer.
To touch up on what you said, ladies and gentlemen, take your notes and go back, read up on Wilmington, South Carolina, 1898. Go do your research. Just Google. Okay, that touched right upon what my man was just talking about. That was pretty much the minting of the beginning of white supremacist movement in America, which you guys totally have erased out of a lot of the books.
Yeah, it begun during Reconstruction.
Right, exactly.
I didn't mean to cut you off. And also, a lot of people didn't realize that even President Trump, like I said, he doesn't know his history. Because he said something yesterday when he was tweeting yesterday about Republicans.
What do you?
I forgot what was the exact quote he was saying about that. But he said he had done more for Black Americans than any other black person since Abraham
any black
Lincoln.
president or black person?
he has done more for black people than any other president since Abraham Lincoln, and probably more than him. We'll go. That's a whole nother story. That's not the point I'm talking about. That's not the point I'm talking about. But then he points out that Abraham Lincoln was also a Republican.
Okay.
Goes off to him not knowing his history of the country.
Right. Exactly.
Actually, all black people were Republicans back then during the Reconstruction.
Right. The majority of black.
You might
as well say
Republicans.
You might as well say, yeah.
Everything about Reconstruction was Republicans.
Right.
It shows his less knowledge of his. I'm not even a political party person, so it's like,
yeah.
I know that just from reading and just studying history and learning.
Right.
He doesn't even know that. So
right.
That part of his statement is
yeah. A lot of people don't know that
unless he's trying to unless he does know it and he's trying to Malcolm X bamboozle.
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 In that case, fanboozle. Yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah.
And it's possible. I don't put shit past 45. I really, it irks me to even talk about him. That's why I call him 45. Going back to what you say, because fuck it.
Yeah, all the blacks.
Yeah, and a lot of people,
all of them were Republicans.
A lot of people did not know that a lot of blacks were Republican, because the Republican Party is, like you say, was more so for the people back then. So, like I say, once again,
and all the black senators and
it was
Congress that they let in back then, they were all Republicans.
Yeah, I mean, blacks was thriving in the rebuilding of, in that time. There's black senators, black newspapers, black businesses, black, I'm like your boy. I think segregation set us back more than helped us. But that's a whole nother story, a whole nother podcast, whole nother topic. Fast forward to 2020 and still going through the same bullshit from, way back from Emmett Till to now. So we'll do that. It's so much to.
Well, that's easy. That's easy to sum up. It's just like if you. I think we already had this. I think we had this conversation. I mentioned this before. It's like you keep trying to fix a house that the foundation is fucked up.
Right.
You gotta understand, when the Constitution or when this whole government was established by George Washington, they were slave owners. Right. Thomas Jefferson. Mm-hmm. But as we see that during the happening, Thomas Jefferson, he fell in love with his slave that he was raping or whatever.
Right.
And he that's another thing. They try to make that make her his mistress. You see what I'm saying? How they history tries to cover up stuff.
Right. Exactly. So much that they cover up.
So he fell in love with her, and so he's trying to make stuff implemented for black people into when they was writing up the Constitution that they did, that those George Washington, other white people, they didn't want nothing to do. They want to keep black people as slaves. Mm-hmm. They sent him to France. They made him an ambassador.
Right.
And sent him to France to get him out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain things people don't pick up on.
Right.
So you can't fix something that was initially built to keep black people as what we, you know what I'm saying, as we were.
1/3
all they did
of
is
a person.
make amendments. Okay, you're not slaves no more. But everything, the whole system is geared around to keep black people in a certain place.
Right.
So in order to fix something, it was going to happen. Like I said before, it's not going to end peacefully. Nothing's going to get changed even after this. Only way things will get changed is if black people revolutionize and people die and people killed. It had to be a war. It had to be another civil war, and then you rebuild the whole country. I mean, to rebuild the whole government from the beginning. Right. That's the only thing. Because upper white America is not going. They're not going to want change like that. That redo the whole Constitution, redo everything. See,
that's what I was going to say. So, do you think they will write? Do you think it's possible to get another amendment written into the Constitution?
No, that's what I'm saying. Not amendment. Yeah, you get amendment anytime, but amendments aren't the problem. We need a whole new Constitution.
Yeah, they're not going to rewrite the Constitution.
That's what I'm saying. So nothing's
But
going to change unless
amendment,
bloodshed.
an amendment can change what the constitutional right.
That's all we've been doing. That's all we've been doing in amendment. It's not working.
Because I mean, like you
we
say,
need to change the guard, change everything.
So in your analogy, we need to burn the whole house down.
Yeah, exactly.
Soil the land and rebuild the house.
Yeah, it's gonna be bloodshed. People gonna die, and it is gonna be war. That's the only way it's gonna get changed.
And the revolution will not be televised.
Name me one place in history, if you read anything in history or what part of the country in this world where any government has changed over without there being blood.
We'll wait. Because I know you're not answering.
It doesn't happen.
Because I already know the answer.
It doesn't happen.
Right,
It doesn't change over by people marching in the street or people complaining. It doesn't happen.
Right.
People die.
But what I will say on a lesser note, they can do, just like everybody's been saying, the TIs, like I say, it's so much that in this that we can touch. Like the eloquent speech of Killer Mike at the newscast in Atlanta. But the whole point is, I know people keep saying voting is not necessary and it's not going to change anything, but it's just like you trying to take your shot, and I'm going to the fellas or the females. You trying to take your shot at that female. She's sexy, she fine. Dang, I should have said something. Well, you don't know if she would have gave you some or even gave you the time or the attention if you never tried. If you would have tried and she went, nah, I don't like black guys, or no, I don't like short guys, I don't like fat guys. At least you tried 50% of the time. Same thing, let's go sports people. Basketball. You gonna fail 100% of your shot if you never take the shot. At least take the shot and you might make it. You got a 50% chance. All that to say, even if you don't like what's happening in your local legislation, it starts local. And I'm not here to go into my voting thing. Like I say, it's so much other stuff in so little time. If you don't like what's happening locally, you need to start there and go up. Just like Rip said, it starts with a good foundation of your house. If your foundation of your house is weak, how are you going to build up? So if your floors is effed up, there's no way that you can ever get a second floor. There's no way that your kitchen will be stable. There's no way that your bathroom, the water going to run down. So you need to start from the bottom and build up. Even if you don't believe that your vote matters, at least take the time out to try and make a change. And I'll leave that one there.
I feel your point on it, but I disagree.
Right.
I disagree on it because we are.
So how you gonna rewrite the Constitution if you're not getting the people in place to write that Constitution? If you keeping a bunch of white people that's doing what they're doing and think the good old boy system there, but you want to rewrite the Constitution, how you gonna get it rewritten if you don't have anybody on the inside?
I just said how.
Even with the bloodshed after the blood,
be gone.
Okay, so who's going to rewrite the Constitution?
I believe that's what I said. All that it doesn't. I believe in the revolution. Either they're gonna be gone or we gonna be gone. And
afterwards, after everything is gone,
whoever's left wins, and that's who's gonna rewrite it.
So you don't believe in legislation. You don't believe in voting. You don't believe in how.
I don't believe in voting. The legislation and voting up under the legislation we're up under. No, no.
So
no, definitely not. And then just like you said it started local. All those ideas sound good in theory, but we have such a breakdown in between the lines. For one, we've all seen this. See, not only did slavery affect white people and get them to this point, it also affected black people. And so a lot of black people their mindset is not as open as me and you, or in the right headstrong as me, because we are seeing well, this is what we're seeing. This is a good point. What happened in the streets now is a good point, because now we're seeing, you gotta think, the generation before us. I mean, me and you are slightly different generations, but not really. You're older than me, but we're part of the same generation.
Right.
But okay, generation before us, they were kind of a more older generation. Well, of course they're older, but they was more of a slower generation, and to them, a lot of them had hopes. Well, maybe if we do this, white people won't. Yeah, they do it. They was into the
prayer will change.
Prayer will change it. Prayer alone.
Yeah,
not saying prayer. Oh, I'm saying prayer alone was their thing.
Yeah,
and maybe if we do this, it will change this. White people won't see us like this and won't think all black people are like, fuck all that. Came our generation, we're like, fuck all that. Who give a fuck? We're gonna dress how we want to dress. We're gonna do what we want. We don't give a fuck how they think about it. Hence why Bill Cosby, why are they going around here dressing like this? See, now then the generation after us came, they're like, fuck it. We're gonna tell some shit. We're gonna block us.
Right.
So what do you think the generation after them gonna be? They just gonna start killing white people on the spot. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, it's funny because it makes me. I think about all this shit happened. A lot of shit happened if you go back and look at some of the stuff that Tupac said. Not just his music. Tupac wrote a lot of stuff.
Right.
He wrote a lot of poems. He wrote a lot of stuff. Shit that they could put in the books. Well, some people have.
A lot of his interviews.
His interviews. Yeah. And it makes you think like. Either this dude was like, you could tell he was like a God's angel, or this dude really walked with God in a certain way. Like God, he sent him because he knew, he predicted. I mean, not like he was like a psychic, but he was telling how a lot of things were going to go. He even knew when he was going to die. He even knew he was going to die.
Right.
So it's like maybe this guy really walked with God, or he was really. Some God sent him to, you know what I'm saying? You really can see a lot of stuff. Could have been
an angel.
Yeah, that God sent. And like, you really, it's like, because and Tupac said this in the 90s. He said, we knocked on the door the first time. He said, hey, man, please, Mr. White Man, you change this or give us some food?
Right.
They ain't gonna do it.
We sang and danced. Would you please?
Said next time.
Okay,
next time
like the white people. Yeah,
we're gonna sing.
We're happy our way in. Yeah.
Make you think that's kind of like what our generation will do. And then he's saying,
not a generation before us.
Yeah.
Then we came and we bamming on the door like, bitch, hey, what the fuck, man? Come on, damn, you got all that shit. Yeah. Let us in. Like you say, now the generation now and for fuck all the knocking, boom, kicking the door in.
Yeah,
I agree with
Putting
you.
Putting a pistol to your head.
I agree with you, and I hear you, and everybody has their own method of securing the situation. I'm gonna say for the record, I don't condone the violence. I understand.
I definitely
and right,
I condone and understand.
I understand. I don't condone it because you are not God, so you have no right to take the next person's life for something that is not of your doing. Now,
I'd say war.
It's
called war.
It starts a war, and
no, I said it's called war.
Yeah, and that's what I was. We both agreed on that. I said it starts a war. You said it's called war. So both we agree.
So what man?
Now, man is civilized enough not to always to have to war. There's ways to get it without warring, such as
there is no civilization. There is no war.
Why we call it civilization if we're not civilized?
War is a part of humanity. There's no civil where you say, okay, we're civilized out of war. That doesn't happen.
Did you say that again?
You said we are more civilized.
I said why is it?
That's an illusion. That's an illusion.
Okay.
Now
it's an illusion that we're civil.
Illusion. Yeah. That we're civil. We're too civilized for war. That's an illusion.
No, I never. Don't do this.
That's what it sounded like you were saying.
Don't put the words in my mouth.
Like
I said no. What I was saying to you, and if I said it, I misspoke. What I was saying is there can be change without war. Ultimately, war is the final straw. So okay, here we go. We agree to disagree, right? Mm-hmm. Do we have to go to war because we disagree? Mm-hmm. So if you want to engineer this podcast and put an effect on it, and it doesn't sound like this the whole thing, and I'm going, that's fucked up, Rip. and we strongly disagree, do I have to go to war with you to get it done? Or can I do my own change and go, fuck it. Let me put out my rendition, you put out your rendition, and let the people choose which best. That's the only. And
that's called separation.
No, I mean, because
that would be separation.
No, that would be because separation would be you would do your own podcast. I would do my own podcast.
You said your own rendition.
I said my own rendition of the same. A rendition is one same thing, two different versions.
That's separation.
No,
you doing your version, I'm doing my version
of the same thing. If I got to say it's a remix, that's why it's a
You lost me because
what I'm saying to you,
what happened in Civil War. That's the same thing. The North did their own thing. The same revision. Both of those were two different countries. They just were separate.
They were separate. They had
separation.
No, but I didn't say anything about separation. I said rendition.
Well, that's what it is.
No, it's not.
You're doing your version, and they're doing their version. They was doing their version how they run the country, and the North was doing their version how they wanted it.
No.
But they both were doing the same thing, but it was separated.
No, I said, and you're reconstruing my original analogy because I was trying to get. Okay, if you do Young Thug's song, another engineer, just like we was talking about Beyonce, has multiple engineers doing. Another producer does the same song the way he wants to do it with her vocals. Is that a separation, or is that a different rendition of a song?
No, that's a change.
So,
you changed it from what I did.
Okay, but it's the same song, it's the same vocals. You just did a different beat, right? Is that the same song?
No.
Okay, so it's a different song, same vocals. Am I right? Just stay with me. Don't try and argue me.
Saying,
okay, so what I'm saying,
you have the hope that
don't try and let me finish.
You have the hope that everything can stay like the world as we know it can stay the same, and then it will change, and everybody could be. That is not what I'm saying. That's why I keep dream, but it's not going to happen.
Rip,
it's not going to happen.
Rip, you're not even hearing what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying.
No, you're thinking you are, because every time you're giving me my example, you're not going down the same road I'm going down.
Okay,
we're both in the same car.
Okay,
did you see that truck? Yeah, I saw that truck. No, this truck. Oh, that truck. That's what's happening right now. So here we go. What I'm saying to you is we both have the same Beyonce vocals. I have to break it down to him in producer term.
I understood that part.
You do your beat, I do my beat. Beyonce has the chance to go, this is the one I like best. That is what I am saying to you. It is not, we don't have to go to war. What we did was we created what we thought was best. And the people chose what they felt was going to work for them. That is what I'm saying to you.
Okay, but how do the people get to choose? That's the problem. People don't get to choose in any country.
Thank you. Because you finally going. Because if you don't have anybody for you as a voice, that goes back to the vote.
No, people don't get to choose unless they revolt and take over the government who's controlling them.
Okay,
that's happened countless of times in the world history.
Okay, so if you didn't hear me before, and ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to the next subject. If you didn't hear me before, I agree with you. What I don't agree with you is that you have to have war. What you just said to you is it has happened countless of times.
I guess we disagree and disagree on it. Oh, right. but
it goes one chair at a time.
Nah, because you can't depend on that. We've done that for years. It's not going to work.
No, we haven't done that. We have not had black legislation.
Yeah, we have. Like I said,
no, we have not. Come on. Let's not play the. No, don't do that.
Like I was saying before.
Go for it.
Not only has slavery affected white people, it also has affected black people.
It has
in an adverse way, as where a lot of black people, when they get to a certain point, they get complacent. And they just like, well, I'll just go with the thing. It's not affecting me. I'm getting this money. My family's good.
Are you stereotyping?
No, I'm just saying what happens. We've seen it time and time again.
So
We've seen it time and time again.
So as Al
see it time and time again.
So as and I'm just giving one person, is Al Sharpton getting complacent?
Oh, very. He's definitely the old regime.
He's an old regime, but he's not getting complacent.
Yeah,
he's still out on the front lines.
No, he's still
Black
out there,
Lives Matter
he's still on the front lines, but he's complacent of what needs to be done.
No, I disagree.
I don't.
But once again, that's the difference of politics.
Yeah, we just got a different opinion.
What I'm saying, complacent is him sitting back. I'm gonna show you, and this is one of the topics I wanted to talk about. Bring this up so we can move on and, like I say, we'll respectfully agree to disagree, and that's something that we can have a longer podcast on. Somebody who's being complacent, Oprah got a lot to fucking say about black men and all that shit. Why the fuck she ain't talking now?
She's definitely not complacent.
What is that?
Oprah is she's a pick-me Negro, bro.
So, but
that's not complacent.
Follow me now.
She's doing her fucking job. That's totally different.
So prior to her becoming a part of the regime,
Oprah was put there for a reason. She didn't do it. What did the fuck what the fuck did Oprah do to get her to the position that? White people chose her. That's what they call it. This pick-me Negro. That's why she's there. Those white people in that power, they put her there, and they knew they could get her to influence what they wanted her to influence against black men or to black people. I think it started out they want her to what they wanted, things they wanted to influence the black people, and that's where it started. Now they're using her to degrade and certain black, like you said, every star from Jamie Foxx to everybody has commented things about it, except Oprah. The only thing we heard from Oprah was last week when before the shit got bad, she tried to overshadow with some bullshit video about some banana bread.
What?
Remember we talked about the banana bread thing? I thought we talked about it last week.
Refresh me. I don't even remember anything about.
This is before the weekend.
Fuck that. That ain't even.
She tried to put up some shit after after Floyd got killed about who ate her banana bread. That's what she said. And I said, "What the fuck? Where the fuck is Oprah at? Why she's talking about banana bread?" But I said every time a black person get killed or something, she had nothing to say about it. But if Floyd was something did something like if he had shot 2 cops and killed them,
right?
She would have had plenty to say about it.
What is the banana? That had nothing to do with the black.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway,
that's
fuck
what
it.
She
So
was
my
saying.
whole point.
That's the whole thing she said. After that, she's been ghost.
Okay, so with all that said,
I'm agreeing with what you're saying. Yeah, that's not complacent. That's just a pick-me Negro.
That's if she's a pick-me Negro and she's not voicing that as being complacent.
No, complacent is just being stuck. You good where your situation is, and you just
She is, and
no, she. I'm pretty sure she's happy where she's at. But I'm saying her whole thing was a scheme. So she's not complacent. She's just doing what she's supposed to do. That's her fucking job.
Okay, so she's just doing her job. Okay.
I mean, the only reason why Gail is a fucking news anchor is because Oprah was friends with he's fired. He's gone now. They done got rid of him. CBS.
Yeah. So
they didn't do nothing special. They just
okay.
Yeah,
this man is fired up. He ready to get on the front line. He ready to shoot somebody. That's what it is.
Hey, that's who you call for that.
And so can you give me an example of an example of a black person that's being complacent?
Oh, like you said, a lot of your city officials.
Okay.
I was starting at the bottom. A lot of your city officials.
So, if the city official is being complacent, what do? You go and shoot them?
No.
How do you get them either activated or?
I'm not. Well, let me put it this way. I'm not trying to even go that way. You're trying to think because I don't give a fuck about that anymore. I'm beyond that. We're beyond that.
How do you get
over that?
How do you exert change?
I done told you.
Shoot a motherfucker. Is that what you said?
I'm beyond whatever the fixing shit, all the other bullshit, voting shit. Fuck that. I'm beyond that. I'm on that level now. My only tell change is there has to be a war, a civil war, a revolution. If we're not talking about that, I really don't give a fuck about anything else because it's bullshit to me.
So in between,
It's bullshit and lies.
So until we have a revolution, you just sit back and take it.
Yeah, I'm not marching. I'm not begging. I'm not.
So
I take it. I'm gonna control my shit, and I'm not. I'm gonna control my shit. But anything else, all the other shit, that's just bullshit and lies. You just gaslighting yourself. And beyond that, so I'm not trying to look at something to fix something that can't be fixed.
So
I'm not wasting my time.
We'll have this discussion off mic. Okay. Okay. So getting back to the subject at hand. They have finally updated, and all 4 officers will be facing charges. One at the first degree, but second degree
definitely not first degree.
But second degree is
where it should have been the first time.
Where it should have been, exactly. First time. I only said first degree so that he can get second degree you can get life, up to life in prison. But I want it, like as you so eloquently said, the death penalty,
right,
to put it on the table. Second degree you can't.
Do they have death penalty then?
Good point. That I don't know, but
It's definitely not first degree.
Right. So, but the other officers, the other 3 officers, will be charged, and they're saying the charges for the officers can be up to 50 years. I love how the media does that, because now they're combining the maximum charges of all of the officers, and their charges, not necessarily saying each one of them can get up to 50 years. No. So, once again, going still to your point, Rip, of how the media get complacent and they'll try and feed the narrative to calm the masses.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying. That's what I be saying. See,
didn't you hear me just say to your advantage, Rip?
That's a good point, because not until white people started tearing up shit Saturday, the media wasn't even saying it was a murder.
Right. Exactly.
And I was looking at, this is what I'm saying. Now, this is complacent. I was looking at black reporters that I had been looking at on the news and thought they were okay. Now I'm looking at them like, y'all ain't shit, because you're more worried about your job than the movement or the revolution. Because I was looking at this black girl like, I know she didn't say nothing extra to the shit. She was kind of like, well, I know one black dude, he said he put his little extra 2 cents on it. But his other black chick, she didn't say nothing extra on the shit. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? You ain't saying that. But anytime, like, when they all doing the Me Too movement, or it was something on a woman or something like that, she had plenty to say. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. She was, by black women, she was bringing black women down. I was like, that's a good point.
She could empathize, yeah.
But on this, it's like you could tell she's sitting there just holding back because she's scared about her fucking job. That's complacent.
Or
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what the shit do to you. You're not free enough to.
You hurt me right there.
You're not. Your soul and your body's not free enough to live the real life that you should live, because
who's to say that's the life for her?
No, I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to vote and put, because all the other shit you saying vote and put. You got to say, they're gonna be worried about. Oh, well, I got this and all this going on.
So what do you think about?
I got to pay for this car. I got to. You see what I'm saying? Here we go.
No, there you go
again. It's the way the shit is built. It makes it systematically makes you.
We can go.
Makes you oppressive. But I'm saying, if you have a whole new system, none of those issues would matter. You're stuck on. You're still stuck on that the system should work this certain way and only one way.
I am not.
How you think it's going to change?
They're
not going to say, okay,
Bam, let me give you another example.
They're not going to say, okay, you know what? There's not going to be no more president no more. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to change this. We're going to change this. We're not going to have Congress.
Okay,
that's not going to happen. That's without war.
What causes change?
War.
Okay, so I'm going back to the engineering and producing.
No, there's change and there's real change. Good
Okay.
grief! Are they coming in here?
You're talking about it. That's hey, we're breaking the curfew.
Might be somebody in the back of an Amazon truck. Bunch of people. I know you seen that shit.
So yeah, what causes change? I gotta. What causes change?
Well, evidently this is the spark.
Okay, so all this spark a change.
I think it's safe enough to say that this
because you're under the
his death isn't all about his death, but his death is the spark, just like Emmett Till's death. Emmett Till's death wasn't the start of the civil rights movement, but I mean it was a whole bunch of shit to it, but it was the spark.
Right.
Those pictures of him, of that open casket,
right,
was the spark. And you got to look at it because not only is now America has actually lost power from this. World power. Status and world power for this. Because now black people actually have gained allies. And that's how the Civil War started.
Yeah, they just bombed the American embassy, not bombed, but
one in Greece.
Yeah, in Greece, I think it was.
White people in Greece attacked the American embassy. That's not the only one that got attacked.
Right, exactly. I'm just giving examples of how you're saying.
But I mean, get off the subject. But also, see, a lot of people think the Civil War was just America versus America, but they didn't realize that Germany and British and other countries joined in and aided supplies in to fight that war.
Yeah, the Germans actually tried to
embrace. They was with the South.
Yeah.
So,
no. The Germans.
They were with the South.
Because when they were fighting, the Germans were like, "Why would you fight for somebody who enslaves you?" There was many billboards and propaganda sent to the black military saying, why would you fight for somebody who enslaves you? And once this war is over, you will have no rights. If you were to become a citizen.
I might have it backwards. The British was with the South and the Germans, whatever.
Yes,
I might have it backwards.
Yeah.
So now we got this. A lot of countries are looking at it. Stuff in Paris, all different places, stuff have. Also, China has spoke out against us. But you got to remember, which is bad because President Trump fucked it up. The worst thing he did was when he did the thing at the protesters at the White House.
Right.
And then for the first mistake when he ordered the military against he was saying he was going to send he threatened the military against the protesters.
You loot, we shoot.
Now, if you don't remember, before he was president, there was this thing that happened in China in Hong Kong. Was it Hong Kong? Tiananmen Square.
Tiananmen Square, yeah.
Where they fired onto protesters.
And
we could then put sanctions on them, had other countries, United States, put sanctions on them. And here we are doing the same, threatening to do the same thing, to do what they did, and then even showing what we did by they dropped tear gas. Now they're trying to say, oh, that wasn't tear gas. Because they weren't supposed to. You're not even supposed to drop tear gas on peaceful
protests.
The government. It's one thing if your state does it,
right?
But when the president had it done, the person in charge has it done. It was just. It's like being a dictatorship,
right?
It looks like.
Yeah, because it's his army, his call.
So now we've got the United Nations looking into it, and then they had the helicopter flying too low on the over the protesters,
right?
Which is another thing that's not sanctioned. They're not supposed to do,
right?
All these things that we probably help put rules we help put in there. We're violating the same rules that we help put in the United Nations,
right?
We probably help. Now we're accused of violating. Our country has been accused of violating that we've used to go to war with other countries,
right?
For their resources, which we always knew. We knew on oil and different things, control over, or just world map control. Now we will be getting our country will be getting accused of that, doing the same thing that we've accused other countries of. So now it's like we're losing the world policing power right there.
Right. Yeah, doing all the things that, like you say, the rules of the game don't apply when you need them but it applies to us.
Yeah, so he really has fucked up everything. Because now, like I said, we've got United Nations
fucked up everything a long time ago.
Investigating us. We've got China putting out statements. Russia. Right. All these big major power players.
Right.
And then you forget, we've already got white America has already, when we say white people, we mean white people in the world, we mean white America. They've already got all these other countries who don't against them, such as Cuba, Iraq, North Korea, all these other countries.
Right.
North Korea who's aligned with China, right. Russia.
So
they've already got enough enemies as it is.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
So it seems like it is all the beginning of the making of the second Civil War. It seems like, and Trump just making it worse. He's definitely making the beginning of the second Civil War.
I definitely agree with that. You threw me off. You were saying something I wanted to comment when you was going in there.
About Trump?
Nah, I wouldn't. Of course not. About 45.
About how he threw the tear gas and the stuff on.
Oh yeah, the just for the photo op.
Yeah.
When the protesters got closer to the president. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so. See, like I said, I'm all over the place. I move for us to stop calling it the White House, because that still goes back.
Oh, they've already tried to do that. They shot it down. See what I'm saying? That haven't changed. That's been shot down.
No,
that's been shot down.
Things
that has been shot. These people in America, white America, they don't even realize that slaves put that house together, built that.
Yeah,
and then they tried. You remember when the
Moors,
the press lady, not the Moors. It's been knocked down.
No, I'm saying
the second White House. That's not the first one.
No, I'm saying that's what I was saying. The Moors designed the first layout of Washington D.C.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying. I was going. No, it's been black instituted for the whole time. But
okay.
Continue.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead.
And then I forgot where I was. And that has been shot down in the legislation. What about this? Harriet Tubman was supposed to be on the $20 bill. That has been approved. And she still hasn't been been put on that $20 bill. They said, we're going to do it later. After everything's been approved, signed, everything, all we heard is, we'll do it later. Oh, but I don't remember what you cut me off. That wasn't where I was going. Remember I forgot it was the press secretary or somebody. So it was during the time when they was finishing, getting ready to open up the Black History Museum in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And they was talking about they was like showing the part where like, black slaves built the White House and whatever. Then the White House people came because white people were like, we didn't know that. And it was like, they weren't really slaves. I mean, they were slaves, but we took real good care of them. They didn't. You're like, what did you pay them? No, they didn't get paid, but we made sure they had 2 pounds. It shows here they got 2 pounds of meat and something a day, right. And like, what the fuck? Could they leave? Could they quit?
Yeah. Could
they start their own family?
Yeah. Right.
No. See, don't.
Right.
They tried. That was the bullshit that they were saying.
We both agree.
It's called. That's what I was go back to. We were starting the oblivious of how some white people get because of the teaching of the history,
right.
Of the real history in the country. To them,
and that's
to them. Oh man, America built this.
So and
white
goes
America
goes back to what we started out by saying is, I think that a lot of white America is starting to notice past all the lies and bullshit that they've been brainwashed and taught. And that is maybe why they're standing on the side of change and in a certain extent. Mm-hmm. Now, once again, without going to war, I can't speak for white America. Mm-hmm. I can only speak for me, and that's just my opinion. So, with that, like you say, in this movement, it appears that there has been more not just white allies, Asians, like you say,
definitely.
People to come to go, hey, this is wrong, this is unjust.
Oh, that's the why it's more of a bigger problem, and why it has gone international, because,
and I think it's because they're finally seeing
it hasn't been such a white silence. The white silence is still white silence, but it isn't as much. And now, and it's funny because, like you said, the lies. Because even we're sitting looking at the video, we've seen white people breaking the stores. We've seen black people doing the same, but we see it's a majority of white people tearing up shit, which is nothing wrong. I approve that. I like it. I approve of it. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how you have to disrupt the top. That's the whole point. Everything they're doing is what a revolution is supposed to do. You have when we go to war with a country. We're under this modern thinking that when we go to a country that you're only bombing the army, the opposing army. That's not true. We're bombing. Why do you think these people in Iran, in Afghanistan, people so mad? Because we've killed their families. We've killed their crops. We've killed their livelihood. Right? That's the reason why it's a residual of things that we've done to that country. Mm-hmm. But in, like I say, modern civil people choose to think that, oh, when we go to war, we're only bombing the opposing army. No, we're killing families. We're killing people's homes. We're killing their build. We're disrupting the flow of that country. That's what war is. You won't just say, oh, that's a tank. We're just bombing this tank. That's how it is in that movie. That's how it is in movies.
Okay,
no, when they go there and they playing out, they say, "Oh, we need to destroy this mall. We need to destroy this depot. We need to destroy this region. Oh, this city right here. Okay, Tallahassee. This is where all the main things. We need to knock this down." It's about destruction. The flow of they need to disrupt. Disrupt, disconnect, confuse. It's all about. That's what war is.
Right. I mean,
so that's the same thing in revolution. That's what you do. So innocent lives will be lost. Even in the Bible, when you read the Bible. Innocent lives were lost. That's how they changed. When the Israelites when they went into Canaan and God said this is the land I'm giving to you. They didn't get signs and protests and tell the people that, hey, God told us to give this land, so y'all gotta leave. That's not what happened. What happened is they went into there and they killed those people. They killed the women. They killed the children of those people, even the pregnant women. They cut the babies out of them. It's in the Bible.
Right.
Because that's what you had. It's war. That's what you do in war. There is no soft war. There is no good war.
You are explaining war for those listeners?
I'm just saying to you because you.
No, because I know what war is.
Oh.
And
okay, but back to what I was saying.
Because I got some. I'm gonna do a bunch of mentions after we finish. Because like I said, we'll be on that forever.
No. Okay, so white people are destroying this stuff, and so what happened was. They had to, the media, like you said, back to the media, they had to figure out a lie to tell. So the ridiculous lie that came up was, these aren't the people who stay here. These are people from out of town, out of state coming here, and they're instigating these riots, and they're stealing. And I said, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense, because either what you're saying, if it was people from out of town, which the rest showed that most people were in state. That got arrested for doing the violence or whatever were in state. So they're not saying that anymore. But then they started to say Russia had something to do with that. Russia's getting on social. They just was making up because white people aren't going to say they couldn't believe, and they're not, and they can't really point the finger at white people and say, "Damn, white people are actually doing this." It's not just black people. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When we had the LA riots with the Rodney King thing, it was black and Mexican people.
Right.
They couldn't say this here. It's white people actually being out there too that's tearing up shit. And so they're making excuses. But if you think about who cares if somebody come from Georgia to go to Florida to join in right, they're still American.
Right.
It's not like people from Canada coming here or Mexico will come in and just saying, fuck, I don't like America anyway. Let me fuck up America. It's a chance to fuck up America.
Right.
That's not happening. But let me finish. I got one more thing for you coming. So they tried that. That was bullshit. I'm just saying how the media tried to flee shit. Mm-hmm. But go ahead. I forgot the last thing.
And yes, the propaganda. It's a double-edged sword because, like you say, I agree with the hysteria and the showing the pain and anguish, but some of the looting was just for the sake of looting. One more microwave in the hood is not going.
It's not what it's about.
It's not. It's not going to change the
That's
situation.
not what it's about. You overthinking it.
No, I'm not overthinking. I'm actually marginalizing it way down, because everybody, just because you were there, was not for the cause. You were there for, like in Chicago, a lot of people looted, and now they're on the block reselling baby diapers for $10 a pop, which you could have went to that same store to get for $5 a pop. That's not for the cause. I don't give a damn how you look at it.
I agree.
What I'm saying is, everybody, I understand you're saying it was done for a purpose. I'm saying to you, I don't believe, my opinion, not necessarily to everybody was not there for that particular cause. Were there white people who were doing it for the cause? Of course. Were there black people? Of course. But when you start fucking up other black businesses, but you saying Black Lives Matter, that is contrary to what the whole cause is for. So if anything, that should have been held sacred and go fuck up. And I'm not condoning or supporting. Go fuck up the Target, the other places.
I agree with you. I do think
so.
Major businesses were
right
hit.
Now,
because this first time happened. Even the first time you ever seen Macy's, they hit Beverly Hills. So I think major. Right. I'm pretty sure it was some small black businesses here, but you just casualty of war. That's what the word comes from. It's casualty. You just a casualty of war.
You are a casualty of war.
The major focus, I do think were expensive businesses, because people were hitting Rodeo Drive. People would hit Gucci, Fendi, all of them, and that's what you want to hit. Target, you want to hit all of them because it caused disrupt and it caused separation. And it makes those where you realize Walmart, Target, you want to fuck them in that, because all those people are making laws. So who you think they complain to?
Agreed.
They complain. They're complaining to Trump.
So
that's why he was so adamant to it.
Right.
Now I just remember what my other thing was. But think about it. And also, now that you said it, because yesterday what happened was they showed one of the chicks from Beverly Hills. She was like one of the rich white chicks. She was like one of the real housewives of Beverly Hills or some shit. She showed her, she was on there crying, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. See, that's the whole point. See, those rich white people are fucking scared. They don't know what the fuck. You see what I'm saying? They don't know how the fuck going. That's what the whole situation of it is to cause civil unrest. It's to stop the way the regular flow of society. Society, and that's what. Are
you trying to explain war to me again?
No, I'm just saying that's what.
Okay, are you talking to because I understand understand that point.
Okay,
what I'm saying to you is,
and also forget. Okay, we won't even go on there. But also, it happened here. It happened here. Like you were saying about a lot of white people out.
Right.
A white man here was arrested for trying to run into the protesters.
Right, exactly. And run the car through.
And they beat the shit out of his ass.
Rightfully so.
And he ended up going to jail. And the reason why that, in the protests he tried to run to, they were white.
Right.
And that's the problem.
Majority
This is a white man. He was trying to go down the road. I think it was by your house. Near your house. It was by the police station. He was trying to go down the road. They blocked the road off. A bunch of white protesters. They had blocked the road off.
He thought he had privilege.
No, he was mad because he was trying to get where he go. But then he was
thought
even
he
mad.
had enough privilege to run over people.
This is what made him mad, and it's making same thing happened. Storyline. The only problem was he had some little ass car, looked like an electric car. Dude in South Carolina had a muscle car.
Right.
Killed a white girl.
Right.
Rest in peace. But this dude in the games, he had a fucking electric car trying to over people.
Right.
And that didn't work.
No, of course not.
That little ass car, they was about to tip that thing over.
All you got to do is hold it with one finger.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
I ran out of energy. Yeah.
He seen those white people protesting for black people, and that enraged him. The fuck are you white people doing out here? That enrages white people.
Do we know that?
That's what happened. You could tell it in their face. That's what happened in South Carolina. That white dude, why you think he ran? Okay. He ran up that white girl and killed her because he was like, "What the fuck is your white ass doing out here for these niggas?"
Right. Okay.
Same thing when he seen those white people. He's like, you stupid white people, or whatever he probably called them, whatever he called them. And he was like, he just gunned it. He lost it.
He didn't gun it because that's an electric car. He just pressed on the pedal.
I don't know. It's small like a lady. I don't know.
I'm being funny. It's like
they lose.
Had his pedal to the metal and still not going into place.
Some white people lose it. He was enraged that white people would even be out there.
Well, once again, that goes back to we understand what white supremacists and the illusion
I
that
don't think it's a white supremacist. He just enraged about it.
There you go. It's cutting what I was saying. The white supremacists,
and he was a 60-year-old man, but
and the illusion of how white people has been taught and or to think. So, and excuse me, I did say white supremacists. White privilege and is what I was meant to say. So
because they even tried to say to me, they didn't last long, but they did it for like one day. They even tried to say the white supremacists were inciting the riots because there was so many white people on camera. Not saying black people weren't doing this.
No, I saw that, and
they were trying to make excuses for these white people being out there doing this.
I don't think that was an excuse. There is, I think some of those videos where I've seen videos where the police were putting bricks out, because if you take that brick and you throw it, therefore it gives them the right. It goes from a peaceful protest to an unpeaceful protest. It can go from rubber bullets to real bullets. It becomes martial law. So it sets into martial law. So that. Therefore, whether it was,
I don't think it would never went to real bullets. Too many white people.
So we don't know, and God bless that it doesn't. And once again, opinion. I'm just saying factually that's what could happen. So therefore, it could have been strategized by a white supremacist or whomever that was against Black Lives That Matter, put bricks out here. They're dumb enough to get the bricks. It's going to go from rubber bullets to real bullets. We just killed a mass hysteria of black people. We didn't even have to pull the trigger. We had the government to do it.
Yeah, but the problem
that is
white people out there.
It just is meant, but just like the white guy tried to run over the white protesters because they were supporting blacks.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
I'm not saying you are.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking to the people. So therefore, they can wipe out a group of people without even pulling the trigger. So I think that was possible, and I mean that some of those videos that could have happened. With all that said, when you were talking about disrupting the system and the money flow and things like that. Yes, the bigger businesses.
Oh, and that was one of her complaints. She complained she didn't get her Amazon order and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm tired of Becky White bitch. That is the way that you. And once again, going to war without pulling the trigger, in my opinion. Now, I know you have a different version of it. So that is how you disrupt it. You disrupt life, like you say. You disrupt money, and you disrupt a lifestyle. Becky in Beverly Hills, you're fucking up a lifestyle. Nike has come out, said that, of support and what do they need to do. Best Buy, other industries have come out. And like you say, the big box industry is going. This is what needs. We have been part of the problem. How do we come to a solution? Coming to the point of what I was saying to you.
It's all commercial.
It could be commercial, but once again, it's a step forward. All you need to do is you don't begin running as a child. You have to learn to walk. So therefore, once again, that's your opinion. I'm reporting, or I'm speaking to you, but once again, your opinion, my opinion is as of such. So you don't, and I state mine backed by the fact of you don't come out the womb running. You have to slowly progress to something. So something forwardness is better than diverting and going backwards. But speaking of backwardness, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Wendy's has all given 200K plus forward to Trump's campaign. You do what you want to do with that. If they're supporting somebody that I'm against, why should I support them and give them my money? You can continue eating at all those places if you choose to. That is of your choice. Yeah, choice is positive. Yeah. But once again, if you're disrupting or you want to go to war, in your opinion, why would you feed money into the finances that's going against the people that you're going?
Same way with people. Some black people still buying Gucci after.
Right, exactly. So
why would you still going that shit?
And that's why you shouldn't do it.
Exactly.
So that, like I say, there's many, as I keep saying, many ways of going to war without necessarily pulling the trigger.
And we've been getting a lot of opinion. Now we need to get some facts on shit that actually happened.
Okay.
One, I was right. I guess I might as well start with that one. I was right last week. Oh, his wife filed for divorce.
Right, exactly.
I said that was going to happen.
Yeah, you sure did.
I already know it because that's those type of people. That's white loyalty for those type of white people.
Do you think she did it to get out of the debris, or?
Get out of the debris.
I think. Did you see the picture I saw? She looks a little Asianish.
To get out of the debris.
But did you see? Have you seen a picture?
Yeah.
Is she a little Asianish?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a bad picture. Okay.
She we know what type of white person he is, so we're gonna presume that she's the same type because she's married to him. I'm just assuming.
I was looking at it differently.
We already know that type of white.
She was his.
That white, the loyalty is thin. So yeah, I knew it was coming. I know how that was gonna roll.
Okay.
And then your girl, she's really getting dragged through the mud.
Who?
Central Park Carol. They don't even call it. They using her real name. They just like showing her video 1,000 times.
The dog bitch.
Yeah, the dog bitch.
The bitch with the bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I know she probably sitting in that house like, oh, why did he have to get killed this way?
Fucked all my shit.
I want to disappear like Barbecue Becky.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's definitely right.
The two college students. I don't know if you heard about the two college students in Atlanta. They were bust out the window, pulled the tase and whatever.
Police got
2 got fired. Now all 6 are fired, and they are charged. They are being charged.
All 6 of them got fired.
Yeah, they are being charged. They're being charged now.
And see, once again, going to what I was saying,
and the charge against the people they've been dropped. And he's been. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Once again, you're not gonna like the statement, but the change in government, being that you have the black officials in Atlanta, and even some of those cops that got fired were black cops. I'm saying, what is the name? Lead Bottom,
Mayor Bottoms.
Yeah, Bottom. You like that one? But my whole point is, put somebody in place to try and get the right shit done. And she may be one small city. She's not the governor. She's not the state. But if you start small and go forward, so my whole point is,
best for anything. Now they have to do that now to keep.
Because Atlanta. Here we go again.
Just like we got the
keep
cops
small and marginalizing.
We got the cops.
Let me go back to what I was saying.
They showed them taking it. They're doing anything now to keep their jobs, and you know how many police chiefs have been fired through this whole shit.
No, I haven't kept count.
A handful of only, and it will be more. I think the only reason why they haven't fired New York and LA yet because they're such big cities and they're too hard to replace. But I think as soon as everything calms down, they're going to. They're fired too.
If they don't fire them now, they're not going to fire them later.
No, they're fired because they don't like how everything was handled. They're gone. I guarantee you, LA and New York. LA and New York police, they're gone. They're just not going now. It's too big of a city to look for somebody right now.
Well, they're definitely handling it wrong.
The smaller cities, where there's been shit like
that. So that's still
they've been firing them like left and right.
And LA and New York is still doing violence.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I'm saying when it's calmed down, they're gone.
But going back towards getting somebody in there that needs to do what needs to be done. Small changes will ultimately end up becoming a bigger change. If you your weakest link is where you change it.
We went over that.
So
okay,
but I'm just going back to what you said about them changing it. Let me get these in real quick. With all the looting, you guys, I think it was New York and LA. The Apple stores got looted, of course, and hey, do what you do. But Apple has put out the notice to all the people that they do have the tracking ability on their phones. So
now that would be. I don't know why they're trying to like. That's so funny. But what idiot would try to use a fucking iPhone that they stole from there? Of course they'd be able to track it.
Because, well, I mean,
what the fuck?
Because they thought that they can get a free iPhone.
That's the last thing you want.
You would want an Android more than you would want an i. But my whole point is,
I mean, no phone. You can track this. That's like a dumbass who robbed somebody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's the same case of if we've seen on news kind of the time where somebody they've robbed people. Mm-hmm. And they still then they rob the cash on them because they want the cash, and then the person had an iPhone. They take the iPhone, and then they get caught later because they stole the damn iPhone. Why would you take somebody's fucking iPhone? This is a fucking tracking device. You're literally taking a tracking device.
I agree with that on that situation, but most of the looters are still in the phones for, once again, going back to what I was saying, for the profit margin. All they're going to do is sell off the iPhones, sell off the Mac computers.
Well, like you said, everybody's not on the same intellectual level.
Right, exactly.
And then I see them trying to say, the computers, they won't be able, which is a lie. You will. So you just know you just got to know what you're doing. So, and that's what I was going to say to the people. If you start to get it. But the computers, yeah, you good. But you can't, don't connect, as soon as you turn it on, don't connect to the internet. Don't be a dumbass and connect to the internet. And you still need to take it to somebody who know how to get the computer right for you.
So my point is, if you start seeing a lot of Apple products, on the low, be leery. That was my point about
it. Just know what you're
doing. Be leery. Just know I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm not gonna go out there and get a how much iBooks or MacBooks run?
With $3 to $4 grand.
And all of a sudden you're seeing them for 11. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just be leery.
Just know what you're doing.
So on the flip side, and like I say, gotta run through. Rush Limbaugh. Craziest.
When president
was on the Breakfast Club, did an interview, straight stunt. Like I say, I got too many mentions to lay on that one. Mm-hmm. Check it out. It was a bunch of bullshit, basically. He comes on. He says he doesn't think he agrees that the officers should have been accused. What do you call it?
Accused?
Not accused. Arrested, charged, blah, 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 blah. But for some reason, he said that white privilege is a myth and it doesn't exist.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So, good bullshit interview for you to listen to if you choose to. As I keep going.
He's the type, of course we know, President Trump gave him a medal. He's the type of white American who wants to lie about it and say it doesn't exist because then they can keep doing what they're doing.
Right, exactly. And it was, from my understanding, his show is on iHeart. Breakfast Club is on iHeart. They simulcast it, but they only did like a 30 minutes. After 30 minutes was up and he went to his own, fan base, the rhetoric, of course, changed.
Of course, him and Trump, the same thing with Trump. He spews lies, right. And then you got, I guess, the low intelligent people following. Then you got all these low intelligent people who actually believe in this shit that Trump. The low intelligent white people, right, who vote for him, who actually believe this shit. And then you have people like Rush Limbaugh, who are part of the higher class white people. They know he's lying, but he's taking them where they want to be. This is what you're supposed to say.
He's continuing the brainwash.
Yeah, he's taking them in the motion that that upper white rich America want to go. So they know he's lying, but they're the same lies they're going to tell.
I don't think
it's where they want to go.
I don't even think they know he's lying. I think they faithfully believe.
Rush Limbaugh know all that's lie because they're telling.
I'm talking about the people that he's preaching it to.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not listening. I said you got two. You got the poor. The poor white American middle class man who the low intelligence who actually believing into that shit. Then you got the other that's voting for Trump, the white the rich like Rush Limbaugh. They know he's lying, but they agree with it. They know why he's lying. So
they're trying to keep the same face. Continue on. Like I say, I'm trying to get in some of the facts and get past all the things. This would definitely
just
have to be a two-part.
When they attacked the White House, he had to go and he went past the barricade. They rushed him into the bunker. Then he lied about it. Said, and his lies are not even getting good no more. So it's like he had to
were.
give his support or something. He said, "Oh, I was just inspecting it. We didn't go in there."
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
it's just lie after lie.
yeah. I mean, well, that's what.
Then he goes, "Oh, I got to show forth, so I got to go here with the Bible."
Yeah.
Go in the Bible. And the first thing when I seen him hold on the Bible, I was like, "What the hell does the devil need a Bible for?" I mean,
Exactly.
he knows what's in it. The devil knows what's in it. It's in there.
And it was upside down on the photo op. It was all for a photo op to say I wasn't in the bunkers.
No, he was there. That was he said I wasn't scared. I'm not scared.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't in the.
He went in the bunker Friday night when they attacked it.
Right.
After that, when he did the walking, he didn't even come out the White House the next day. After that, when he did everything was peaceful. Nobody was. It was all that.
Fuck 45. I'm tired of talking about that cracker. Fuck that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just, you know how I am about that. I'm not being rude to you. I'm just trying to get past more facts because
how you feel 44? That's how I feel about what you said about the other shit.
You never heard me say. You never heard me say don't revolution.
We call white America.
Yeah, exactly. You know they gonna be all right. So the U.S. Has blocked China Airlines from flying into the country. They tried to lift the travel ban on June the 1st. Stating that we were able to travel back and forth to China or in national international flights. Most of the countries opened up their travel bans. The U.S. issued out their travel compliancy to China, but China never responded back. We opened ours up on the 1st, saying that Chinese flights or Chinese airlines, excuse me, I don't want to degrade any, what do you call it, ethnicity by saying it wrong, but that they were able to fly back in. They scheduled 4 commercial airlines to come in, but did not give us our approval to fly to China. So therefore, I'm giving facts. May or may not want to hear about it, just like crackers don't want to hear about that shit. So therefore, as of the 16th, if they don't comply, we will be closing our open airlines until further notice for China. Meanwhile, also happening in Missouri, 2 young boys took their grandmother's car. 2007 Buick LeSabre, and one was 7 and one was 5. Went on a joyride. Unfortunately, both of the young boys were killed. They were white. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just, since people tend to be on that. Meanwhile, as we move on, the NBA has approved 22 teams to return to a scheduled playing basketball.
Here we go.
It will be all held at Walt Disney, so Orlando gonna be booming like a motherfucker. Need to start booking some clubs down there. Now let me stop. So the NBA will be moving.
Clubs open up tomorrow.
Yeah, open. Is it Florida or is it just
Florida? Everywhere except Miami.
Okay.
Palm Beach.
Still down. Yeah.
No, they can't. But movie theaters and clubs
open up. Yeah.
50%.
50%. Yep.
And if it's outside, it can be 100%. But it wouldn't matter for movie theaters because there's nothing to see.
Yeah, and well, speaking of which, Miami has opened the Dolphin Arena. What do you call it? The stadium. Mm-hmm. I don't know what its real name of their stadium, but where the Miami Dolphins play, they've been utilizing their big jumbotrons for a drive-in movie theater.
Yeah, I think that's weird because I don't know if it was a good movie to see. I wouldn't go to no movie theater. That's way too contagious.
Right.
But all the movies have been. The new movies have been pushed back movies because
they've been pushed back.
It's not like all movie theaters in America are open, so they've been pushed back.
So that's how they've been utilizing the stadium in Miami.
AMC announced yesterday that they'll probably be which is the biggest movie chain in America, that they'll probably be going out of business.
Wow.
Because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say they don't have too much longer. For a couple months maybe.
So your people that's into the NBA games, you will get 22 teams returning. 8 from each. What do you call it? I'm not sports oriented. From the east.
22
and, it's eight. It's 8 from the 8 from the east, 8 from the west, and then there's 6 alternate seed teams.
And then they're gonna do like a little playoff.
Then they're gonna do the playoff that way. We already kind of mentioned and just retouching what his name, Drew Burge, the quarterback. I don't know who he plays for. New Orleans still don't get it. And like you say, another go and Google. What is our not a pledge? What is the Pledge of Allegiance? The little song that we sang.
It's called the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, that's how much I give a fuck about it. Go and look up the whole. Not the Pledge of Allegiance. What is the fucking Star Spangled Banner? That's what I was trying to think of. Yes, exactly. It's the song. That's I was saying. Pledge of Allegiance, what you do in school. Star Spangled Banner is done at the games.
They do it for games too.
I was talking. Really? No. Oh, okay. I don't do sports, so fuck it. But my whole point is, people go and do your research. The Star Spangled Banner. Go and get the words to the whole Star Spangled Banner. The third conundrum is the part that they usually cut out, which is very slave and negative towards blacks, and that's one of the other reasons why.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I know we talked about it, but I am telling the people this is one of the reasons.
We talked about it on the podcast.
Right, it's been a while back, but I'm going back to Drew Burke or whatever his name is. He's not. Maybe he has it. He don't know. So maybe if he listens to it, he will understand why. Once again, we have a problem with standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I think he doesn't care to understand.
Probably.
Like Rush Lombard, they white privilege doesn't exist, so they don't care to understand. They're good. They like it where it's at, then they're good.
I can only assume that is it. And I hate making myself an ass because you're an ass. So I will assume that is, it's probably the situation. But hey, your boy
George Floyd memorial today too. Forgot to mention that.
Right, and Floyd Mayweather will be paying for the whole funeral procession or all the funerals. The other thing when you just said that I was goodness you lost me. If it's something you want to.
Did you see the Atlanta when they tore up the Atlanta they tore up the college Hall of Fame building. They tore that up, took all the trophies out of there. Oh yeah, they tore the CNN building. Yeah, niggas on top of the side. I was so ATL ho.
Right, exactly.
That shit was funny. In New York, did you see the white people? They were in Rolls Royce SUV.
No, I didn't.
They were looting the store. We just seen it. I mean, they could have stole it now.
Right,
could have been stolen. But there was a store getting looted. One of the designer stores getting looted, and this Rolls Royce SUV pulls up, and people run out and they start putting stuff in the back up. Could have been stolen now, but it was just funny.
Right,
it's just funny how this shit happened.
Let's say
also, where was it? Somewhere in my notes. I remember. I'm not looking at my notes, but I think it was in California, Santa Monica. I think where. A white girl, LeBron had to kill her. I think after LeBron, some people noticed it, but when LeBron made a comment on it, it went viral. White lady, her and her husband, they pull up in a Benz, right? This is a Mexican guy working. He's working at some store, and he's putting up the plyboard. They, I guess, they pay him.
Yeah, I did the photo op.
She pays him the whatever the whole screwdriver, make it look like she's a fake activist, white.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. LeBron, like, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. See, goes what I'm saying. It's a game.
It goes back to every one more microwave is not going to support the hood. So
it's a game then.
It's crazy.
What about the dude putting the dude put a 75-inch TV in the back of this little ass car and couldn't get the door closed, so they just rolled off with the door open.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit.
Yeah, the actor of the Twilight actor, what is it, Gregory Tyree? and his girlfriend was found dead over cocaine asphyxiation. He's
getting high.
Yeah. So tragedy, but as I say no to drugs. Another person
that just happened.
Just happened this week. Yeah.
Oh,
the black actor of in Twilight. I forgot which character.
No, I've been
He's
so,
one of them.
I don't even know no black actor in Twilight.
Yeah.
I've been so much into this shit, I didn't even pay attention.
Exactly, and that's
you say not arrest, but asphyxiation.
Yeah, they snorted so much.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like alcohol poisoning, but cocaine poisoning.
Cocaine poisoning. Damn. My favorite rapper, your favorite enemy, took out Jay-Z is who I'm talking about. Took out full page ads across all the U.S.
He's taking out. He came out yet.
Yes, taking out ads. Excuse me, taking out ads across the U.S. papers in honor of the George Floyd. New York Times, Chicago, all the big boys, and to
something
keep
he's gonna write. I think something he's gonna write or something.
So that and
the black CNN reporter got arrested.
Right, exactly.
Oh, speaking of reporters, Australia. They're looking into it. They're filing charges against America because they was at the White House. It beat a female Australian reporter and the cameraman with the batons and the shield.
Oh damn!
Live on Australia TV.
That's what they get.
And they're different country. They want to know why the hell their citizen was beat. Their citizen was beat like. That's the issue. They bringing that. Also, Minnesota police, fire staying in Minnesota. Minnesota police are definitely losing out. The school board voted them out. They won't be using them.
Yep.
Anymore, so they're losing money from that. And also, all the sports teams, the professional sports teams, they fired. They won't be using them.
Good.
And also, LA police had just got defunded.
Good. And what the other thing before I played the little thing we were talking about at the beginning, we end up gonna play it at the end. What's your girl? Amanda Seales. She is not renewing her contract for is she on The View, right? Yeah, on The View. So she's kind of speaking out about that. Basically, she was saying, hey, they wanted her to, like you say, quiet her mouth about all the black on black. So
you got to praise her for that because people don't do that.
Again,
niggas don't stand up like that.
Exactly, and once again,
and that's the adverse of slavery.
What is?
No, I'm saying all that stems from some adverse of slavery. How black people don't really stand up.
Oh, okay.
When they get in a good position.
I was going to say,
so you got to really applaud her for that. Meaning to stand up like that.
Yeah, bro.
That doesn't happen.
If you don't stand up for something,
that doesn't happen.
Fall for fucking everything.
But that's the problem. That doesn't happen. Yeah. Everybody doesn't do that.
Everybody doesn't have the courage and or the tenacity
That's
to
what
do.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I'm not going to war with you, Rip. I'm agreeing with
you.
We're not, even though we're having a conversation. This is going out to everybody. So that's why I'm better explaining. You going, yes, I agree with you, but I'm saying to the people why you were agreeing. Needless to say.
So you get ready to play the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me one more thing before you play that. I think not to. I don't know if you agree or disagree. I think now Trump over the week, I think he realized how he fucked up and how he tore his ass. I think now he's going to get worse because I think now he know in his head that he definitely doesn't have the black vote at all, and he has lost a lot of rich white people, like stars votes. So I think now he's just going to repel to the racist people, and to the rich people who don't give a fuck, and to the police. To act in their families. I think everything else he's just gonna. So I don't think it's gonna be. You're not gonna look if you're gonna look for any good comments from Trump that's gonna support. I don't think that's gonna come because he's seen that he really alienated himself from a larger part of America. So he's just gonna say fuck it, stick with what I got.
And hopefully that'll be enough not to get his ass in.
And then the second thing I seen that support what I was saying was they had interviews. They did some kind of Trump rally for Trump. And this is the first time I ever heard a Trump supporter say this. She said, It was a white lady. She was over it. She said, "We really need to get all these Trump voters. We have to get them. Don't think that." She said, "Don't think like we were before that because Trump's in there. I mean, because we got it."
Right.
She goes, "A lot of people. He really needs the votes now." She was nervous.
Yeah, he does. He's
so
way behind.
that told me, that made me think about it. Like, if she's scared, I never heard Trump organizers getting scared like that.
Yeah, bad leadership.
They have to make it believable.
Yeah, shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
Even though we know they're gonna cheat, but he at least got to have at least more than 10% vote.
Right, exactly. Here we go, man. Until next time, like you say, yours truly, Ozzy Oz, Mr. Ripper. It's simply called, the media podcast is simply called Media Cartel. Hit us up, mediacartelmixshow@gmail.com. All other platforms is Media Cartel. You too can become a member, subscribe, like, and you too can join the movement. You heard me?
It was Freddie, Sam, Corey, Eric, Philando, Ahmad, Steven, Kenneth, Amadou, Jonathan, Christian, Terrace, Sean. Killed him a day before his wedding. Jamal killed him while he was in handcuffs. Mike killed him while he had his hands up. Kamani, Ramali, Phillip, Alton. About 3 Kevins, about 2 Jordans. John, Laquan, Bathon, Stephon, Tony, Tamir, Elijah, Antoine, Isel, Terrell, Dondre, Akai, George. For him, set the country on fire. Timothy, Patrick, Paul, Tyree, Quintonio, Darius, Jeremy, William, Anthony, Dante, Oscar, Kendrick, Keith, David, Walter, women like Sandra, Betty, Rihanna, India, Michelle, Tatiana, Tanisha, Rika, Natasha, Pamela, Janet, Megan, baby Ayana. All that we lost, your name live on. Wasn't killed by a cop, but I can't forget Trayvon. Can't forget Emmett, and all of those we lost to the beast. No justice, no peace. No.
Once again, just a small little tribute. Don't know who put it together, but it was nicely put together. And condolences to all families and RIP to all the ones who were lost. This media podcast is called Media Cartel. Ozzy Oz, Mr. Ripper.
Blackout version.
Blackout version. We out.